Hello everyone and welcome to my second annual 31 Days of Horror. I'm Joey Hollywood and this year we're taking down vampire movies. I'm taking vampire movies this year because last year I did zombie movies, and after watching 31 zombie movies in a row I realized something. I'm not really fond of zombie movies. Sure, I got my few favorites, but for the most part I honestly don't like them. That was a shock to me, but it might have been because I watched 31 zombie movies in a row, and for the most part, not many of them were really good. But I actually really enjoy vampire movies. I always have. And I thought it'd be fun to tackle that this year. Don't worry, I put some bad ones in my schedule this year as well, but for the most part I will be dealing more so with good vampire movies than bad. Now there's a few things I gotta cover before we start this year's 31 Days of Horror. Firstly, these are not reviews. These are just me sharing some thoughts on the movies. They will not be as detailed as, say, an episode of Joey's Reviews or anything like that. The reason for that being, I have to watch 31 horror movies in a row and talk about them daily. Now this is really taxing on top of my usual upload schedule, and on top of all of that, I am trying to make my first feature-length movie, which is a remake of Manos, The Hands of Fate. At this precise moment, I'm trying to get enough money together to make a short film so I can shop around to investors before we have the Indiegogo campaign, which is on February 1st. For the few of you that are Patreon subscribers, firstly, thank you for your generous support. It really helps me out. Since I'll be uploading one video per day, it'll be taking up a lot of my time. Now it would be ridiculous to make every video a Patreon-worthy video. But because this is so much work, every Friday, I'm going to make the Friday video a Patreon video. I think that's fair, and if you disagree, email me and we'll work something out. I was really happy to see that you guys liked this 31 Days of Horror thing that I did last year, and it was something I did last minute, just kind of spur of the moment, and I had a lot of fun with it, even though a lot of the movies were really bad. And I'm happy to be doing it again this year, despite how much work it is. And I'm not like blaming you guys for it, like, oh, I have to do this again for you guys, I'm watching this for you. I think that's kind of ridiculous. I put myself through this and, I'm having fun with it. It is a lot of work, but it's fun. And that's why I'm doing it. I always hate it when I see reviewers that are not, character reviewers, and they're like, oh, I'm watching this for you. I can't believe I watched this movie for you guys. And I always think, I didn't ask you to watch this movie. And, even if I get frustrated with these movies, I've no one to blame but myself. And, it's fun. Underneath it all, it's all fun. One last thing I'd like to cover before I end this video is this is not inspired by James Rolfe's Monster Madness. I like Monster Madness. I discovered it a year or two ago, and I really enjoy it. But that's not what inspired this series. I was inspired by Water Cooler Films' 31 Horror Movies in 31 Days. I really got a kick out of that show. It's a lot of fun. It's hosted by a guy named Chuck, and he's very entertaining. And I look forward to his 31 Horror Movies in 31 Days every October. And if you don't like this series, I recommend checking out his. His is really good. And I think you can see where my inspiration came from after you watch them. Alright, that's all for now. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Heck, share if it floats your boat. And I'll see you tomorrow with day 1 of my 31 Days of Horror.